Good evening to those in the Philippines. Good morning to those in the States. What's going on, my people? How you guys doing? I can't wait to get into this topic today. We talked about this very briefly yesterday, but I feel like I did you guys an injustice with the wrong title because it's gonna be a little bit reverse. It's gonna be a little more than about when things go bad in the Philippines. Okay, I'm gonna talk about in general when things go bad. What's going on, Black Waltz? How you doing? Black Waltz, the professor. What's going on, Robert White? How you doing? Barry Abercrombie coming in from Facebook. Welcome, welcome all, welcome all. And I'm happy that you guys would see some of you guys are new. Robert White, I haven't seen you before. Barry, I see it's your first time coming here. But Lee Robinson, what's going on? How you doing? KD Experience right in front of me, also here as well. Lee Robinson, what's going on? But because yesterday we talked yesterday. Terry Fleming, how you doing? From one brother to another. How you doing, Terry Fleming? You know, yesterday we talked about it, and we talked about it in the past, but the way the world's moving, especially the way things can happen in the Philippines. It even happened to me briefly before here. Okay? When things go wrong. When not as far as any problems happening. Like when you're in the Philippines, most likely nothing will happen to you. Just going through the motions is always a challenge here. I hear that. I know what you mean. But when you're in the Philippines, most likely nothing will happen. No violence. Won't even be a bad situation. You know, there are guys that come here and get themselves in bad situations. But for a lot of you guys, that won't happen for the most part. Lee Robinson said, "Greetings, Sister K. I pray all is well." Yes, everything is good. Ernest Bunag, how you doing? But you know, of course, you guys already know Donnie J. What's going on? Let me get my setup right first. I gotta show you guys something new that I got this table here yesterday, which I need for work and also from when I'm doing my live streams, guys. I finally got myself one of these. I should have been had. What's going on? Did it unplug? Oh, it unplugged. Hold on. I unplugged the table, y'all. Technical difficulties. I'm hanging? Oh. But hold up, guys. Hold on. My fault. I unplugged it. No, it's alright. It's alright. Guys, I can finally stand up while doing live. I think you pulled your... Yeah, I did. I can finally stand up while doing a live stream. I got myself a standing table. So now, while working... is my internet connection in here? Yeah, I'm good. So while working, while doing live stream, I can stand up like this. I'm extremely happy with that. You know, hands-free. You remember that table from the store? Yeah. I went and bought it. But actually, I didn't buy this table from the store, from IKEA. I got it online. It was actually cheaper to get it online. I think it was cheaper at IKEA, right, Kay? The cable at IKEA was cheaper than the price I paid for this. Was it?
The one is the hand.
Oh, yeah, that was the hand. Yeah, I got the automatic one. I got the white one, but not the. I didn't get the one that's manual. I got the automatic. You know, I had to get it.
It's like a Kia style.
It is like a Kia style. It's big. When I do other live streams, I'm gonna do live streams on my other channel, where you guys will get to see it more because I'm gonna use a regular camera, so you guys will get to see it. Stay tuned for those videos. I'm definitely gonna be happy to able to buy good quality stuff here. Shopee. I need to upgrade my work table too. Yeah, Shopee. Also, believe it or not, Lazada too. You find a lot of good things on Lazada. That's the thing when you're in the Philippines, you're gonna make use of these sites because you're gonna want certain things. Like you're gonna want tables, and you'll find stuff for great prices. That's the great thing about the Philippines. Even though you could get better stuff than the U.S., a lot of times tables, things like that, you may find better deals here because you know you have a table that's on sale for 1,000 pesos. Sometimes it'd be the same as the table you would get for 10,000. So that's how it is in the Philippines. But Mr. GG's Zero Money Down, how you doing? Good morning. But yeah. So yesterday, guys, we got into it, and I think it's more. I think more. I think it's more for you guys that are looking to just get away because there's more than just these things happening in the Philippines. As we talked about yesterday, and I talked about it briefly yesterday, is it's getting to the point now in the world. Yeah, love that COD with Lazada. Yeah. And that's the great thing too. You can COD all of these products. I actually I COD this. This table was what 13,000? Yeah, it was
1,500, but with shipping it's
yeah
13,150.
13,150. But when I got this, do you think it's really fun? Oh yeah, it's definitely for fun in the Philippines. Man, the most fun I had is when I came here. Because let alone Phil High News, what makes it more fun, right? It's you have to think China's closer to the Philippines and you know where everything is made these days. That's why I feel you better and stuff before it comes out stateside. Yeah, it's somewhat. In some cases, that's true, Ernest, but not all the way. But still, I feel it's more. The reason why I feel Philippines is more fun. I'll go into that because you brought that up, and you're right. It is more fun here in the Philippines. If you know how to make use of your time in the Philippines, you'll have the time of your life. Okay, what I mean is, when I was in the States, I always wanted to travel places, but when I came to the Philippines, that's when I really started traveling. You know, I realized how much cheaper it is to get around. Not not even just the world. When you're in the Philippines, just traveling around the Philippines. Just going outside of Manila, right there alone, you're doing more traveling than I ever did in the States. What I mean by that is, like, say, usually you have to go to Florida, or you have to travel a little bit of a distance, to go somewhere that's different. Here in the Philippines, you go travel 10 miles this way, you're in the beach already. It's a lot different. Why are you laughing, kid?
No, the professor said, "Hey, but your mirror, if Kay not fully dressed, I'm fully dressed."
Yeah, I know. That is true with the mirror, yeah.
Yeah, that mirror. That's why I said, Jay, make sure that you cannot see me in the mirror.
But I like this, I get to stand up, I get to move my arms around and talk, and I get to be in full, and my full get up as far as my energy. When a lot of times when you're standing and you're talking, the energy flows better. One time it took me 1 hour to travel 1 block in the Philippines. That can, well, that can happen. That can happen somewhat. But to Filipinos though, everything is far. You guys know, if you guys ever been in the Philippines, Black Waltz, you like a Filipino to go up the block and around the corner. They'll give you the directions like, oh, it's so far, and then you walk up the block and go, it's right there. You gotta get used to that though in the Philippines. When you get here, you gotta get used to people giving you bogus directions like it's far, especially if they don't, if you don't speak the language.
No,
You,
but we walk too much.
well, yeah, we walked a lot. We do walk a lot. Me and Kate walk all the time. But you get used to it. I love it here because it feels like a different world. It's not perfect by any means, and it's hard getting my money transferred, but I get by. Yeah, and you get used to it. But that's what I want to talk about too. Like, cause the topic is a little bit off. The topic is how to overcome, the bad times in the Philippines. But it's not going to be the bad times in the Philippines. It's going to be bad times in the world, and it's getting to the point where okay, I noticed that the mirror is going to be a problem. Well, no, not really. I think the mirror is fine. But anyway, um, the taxi driver tells traffic, grabby, oi. But no, on a serious note though,
I'm not naked. Don't worry, guys.
yeah, K's fully dressed. K's fully dressed. No need to worry about that. But the thing though is that now it's getting to the point where you got to be ready for bad times in the world. And it's gonna end up being a situation where a lot of you guys are gonna want to escape to the Philippines, and I don't want it to come to that, but that's what the world is coming to. Um, at this day and age, I think virtually everyone wants to end the quarantines regardless of consequences. Of course, most definitely. But it's gonna come to a point where things are gonna get so bad in the world where people are going to start to need to escape to the Philippines, and I know a lot of you guys can't wait for it to open before it gets to that point, and it will. It will open before it gets to that point. But I was talking about it yesterday. Somewhat, I said, Joe, you never know when that time is gonna come, and you know, there really isn't much bad times in the Philippines. If you're a guy that has his stuff together, okay, even if you're a guy that's not retired, you can survive here in the Philippines. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much, but if you have a little bit, you can make it happen. You can make it happen. The prices go up in the Philippines because stateside inflation is up 7%. That's the crazy thing, Ernest. No inflation here. I haven't felt any inflation. Like those things that happen there, it's like it's a whole nother world, and that's facts. And I'm not trying to sugarcoat things. I'm saying facts. I'm in the store. I don't see any difference in prices. Right, Kay? Have you seen the prices rise up in the inflation? And have you seen the difference in prices? Any price hikes?
Usually it's in the news, but we're not really buying too much stuff, guys. So we
No, no, it's not that we don't buy much stuff. Me and Kay buy all the time. But like the things that you see price hikes on in the states, like for instance, throw something out there that you see price hike on, because whatever you see out there, I'm not seeing it here. Bro, it's Escape from New York is terrible. Now I know that already.
No, there's also price hike here, but it's not like super high. So people who experiencing like, oh, it's too much, it's like the people really cannot afford that price. It's only like 10 pesos additional, maybe like 5 pesos additional.
No, okay, they're talking about because right now it's inflation in the states. I don't see any inflation happening here. I don't see any inflation happening here, and I'll do some comparisons. Like I'll go even deeper. I think one of my next videos I'll do that. I'll show like the things happening in the states, and I'll go and do some research. I think Black Waltz is here, so Black Waltz, you haven't felt inflation because the Philippines didn't print money, and Filipinos don't have easy access to credit. However, you did see the supply shortages. Well, no, I haven't seen no supply shortages either. I haven't seen any supply shortages either, though, Big Truck. You know what it is? It's that here in the Philippines, everything, like as far as when you think about all the fruits, veggies that are in the stores, they're all from here in the Philippines. So you don't really feel those same things. Like you don't feel the inflation, you don't feel the shortages. There's no shortages that really happen here like that. I haven't seen any. I'm sure with gas, that may be a situation with gas that may be a little different, but as far as food, I haven't seen those types of inflation. Like I haven't seen all of that. I haven't been bothered by that. I haven't seen any difference. And I just went shopping all last week. Me and Kay was shopping. We didn't see any difference because the prices here, the products here, a lot of the products are not coming from U.S. Yeah, they don't rely on. Yeah, Philippines doesn't rely heavy on the imports. Like, but for certain things, I'm sure for Lay's potato chips, and I don't even eat that stuff anymore, really. So I'm not really seeing any difference. Philippines meats, yeah. The Philippines meats, like Philippines has their own chicken, they have everything here. So I haven't really felt that. And that's what's happening now. And that's what's going to happen is that a lot of you guys, see the thing is the problems are not even here. A lot of you guys are going to be getting away from the problems soon. Because when inflation keeps happening there, it's like the Philippines opening is going to be a breath of fresh air. What's going on, Billy Liza? How you doing? Americans rely too heavily on imports. The logistics required to get something from China to my doorstep is too complex. Yeah, and like, to tell the truth, Big Truck, I could care less about anything imported because it's going to come into a point where a lot of you guys that are coming here really to get away because things are crazy there. And that'd be a good thing in a way, and I'm not saying I want things to be bad there, but all in all, when things get crazy there, I would love to be able to get my son to come here. It's crazy. I've already had conversations with my ex, and she's all for like, hey, if things are crazy, take our baby, and I will happily do that, because that's what's necessary, especially if the country opens. I'm ready and willing to do that. And the thing is, with you guys coming here, you guys got to have that money ready, like to say, you know what, if I need to stay here for the next 10 years, I need to stay here for the next 10 years. Because that's where the world is coming to. And the Philippines is a great escape. It is. because the hardship. Say if there was inflation, it won't be the same like it is there in the states. I'm not trying to bash the states. It's just, everybody knows how it is. Everybody knows how it is. When things get heavy, people panic. People are gonna panic, and people are gonna go crazy. People are gonna be. You guys be looking at the Philippines, going, man, I can't wait to get there and not leave. You know, that's the situation. It's coming to a high. I'm in Connecticut, and I just spent 117 in food for one person. Is crazy, but I'd rather cook than eat out since it's super expensive to do this too. Yeah, and it got bad everywhere. It said, will you buy a farm or a fish pond? Maybe both, Cortez. Actually, I want to get a farm. I'm looking to get a farm. That's my next thing I'm doing. I'm looking to get a farm. I'm looking to get a bunch of acres, and I want bananas, oranges. I'll even take rice too. I don't necessarily want rice, but I'll take a rice field if I have to. You know. And I'm gonna farm and plan on it, and I'm gonna make the best use out of it. I want to get to the point where I don't need to worry about money. You know, I don't even want to think about money. I don't want to think about a dollar. I want to have it to where if I don't even have money in my pocket, I'm fine. You know, that's the point I'm getting to in my life, because us in this world, in this day and age, we have to think like that. I think that a big black exodus is going to happen in America. So it is. It is going to happen in America soon. That's going to happen in a lot of countries in the West, not just America. It'll happen in UK. It's going to happen, and people are going to leave. And it's already starting to happen. Housing prices are at record highs, especially out on the West Coast. My home value more than doubled in 9 years. Interest rates are on the rise now. And it's funny because it's going to be a big crash again. I know a lot of you guys know about, we overdue for a crash. I know a lot of you guys know about that. It's going to happen soon. I don't mean to be negative. Yeah. Another crash is going to happen within the next 10 years. You can't do anything in the U.S. without spending 20 LO minimum. Yeah. I know it's already happening in the U.S., but it's really going to happen. Where a crash is really going to happen in the U.S. As you guys see what's happening with the housing market. That's not by coincidence. You see the houses are up, cars are up. The bubble's going to explode soon. Maybe probably not this year, maybe not next year, but it's coming. It's coming. And that depression people have been worried about for years it's coming. It's coming. So it's like, it's getting to the point now in life. Where do you want to be when it happens? You're in the States. That the land is up. Land is going through the roof. Even cars, you guys see it happening already. Do you miss temperature fruits like apples and berries? Well, no. You won't miss that here. Apples, oranges, pineapples. Philippines is famous for that. You guys already know. If you guys ever been to the Philippines. And the shortage is mini bare shelves at the stores here. I bet. How many of the group knows that PH is the best economy in Asia Pacific? Well, I'm not sure about that, but I know as far as growing crops, Philippines is big on that, and I want to get into it. That's the time we come into. Like I talked about it yesterday. We talked briefly, and I spoke about kids trading in for those $100,000 jobs. Young kids coming out of college and bought farms. So, with that right there happening, it goes to show you something like, why are young kids just graduating college go from jobs paying $100,000 a year to farms? Like, what? Who does that? It's a reason. It's a reason why that's happening. You know, it's gonna be a reason why you guys are gonna really want to be in the Philippines soon. Especially this year, I hope it opens because I know a lot of you guys are gonna be in a situation like, where am I gonna go? You know, and it's crazy. It's sad, but it's true. When things are down and out, you want to be in a place where people are used to being down and out. You know, you don't want to be. What kind of food life choices did you change in your quest to eat healthier here? Soups, less carbs. I know you said do lots of workouts. Now, yeah. Well, I do a lot of walking. I actually been slow on the walking. Um, I don't eat as much food as I used to. That's just it. You know, just not being a fat man anymore. I was a fat man for so many years. I'm getting tired of being fat. You know, and I'm still fat. I still got chubbiness everywhere. That's the only change I did, Black Waltz. I just stopped eating as much. Really, stopped eating as much, and this pandemic showed me. It showed me my errors. I need to take care of. You know, it showed a lot of people that. It showed a lot of people the error in our ways, and everybody needs to be healthy. I'm no different from anybody. But that's what I changed. I changed out eating as much. Percy Ramsey, how you doing? Greetings from Texas, Jay. But that's what I changed really. But I'm getting to the point now. I want to get into mountain climbing. I'm up by the mountains. The kind of car I want to have a car I can drive on the mountain. Like things are different now. Like I don't want to just get a car to just have a car. I want to get a car that I can drive on a mountain or up the side of a mountain. Seriously, I told Kay that today, and Kay thought I was crazy, but she understood me though. I said, babe, the kind of car I need a car. How good the internet is great here right now. It's great. I said, babe, I need this kind of car I can drive up the side of a mountain. I need a car I can drive up the mountain going straight up like this. That's the kind of car I need. A dirt bike would be dope. Yeah, it would be dope too. Dirt bike is not bad. Dirt bike, yep. Yeah, Jeep like, yep. That's the day and age we're coming into. And then the internet is getting better here in the Philippines. Like things are getting better slowly but surely. Get a Ford Raptor 4x4. Yeah, I'm gonna look into all those cars. I have a lot of time on my hands now to plan. And that's the thing, guys. We're planning for the Philippines. We're at the day and age now where you guys have nothing but time, but it's crazy because yeah, you need a tank. Yep, you do. You sure do. But we're getting to the day and age to where by the time the Philippines opens, you guys are ready. I feel you, man. I have a Challenger in the States, but prefer a Suzuki Jimny there. Yeah, get an Ono type Jeep. I don't know what I'm gonna get yet, but I do need. Well, no, it doesn't depend on the budget. It doesn't depend on the budget. I'm looking to spend probably 1.52 mil in pesos. Yeah, that's it. I'm serious. Because you're gonna need the right car. I don't want to just. I want to have something that you guys already seen. Like you guys seen what I was seeing. Look, you seen one of my last videos within the past 2 months was what? A flood out here, right? You guys already know out here in the Philippines, these earthquakes, floods, typhoons. You need a car that you can survive on all of that. A car. If I got a 4x4 and an earthquake happens, you can drive a 4x4 in an earthquake. Of course, you're probably not bested, but you guys know what I'm saying. You guys know what I'm getting at. In hard times, you're somewhere by the mountains, you'll be okay. You want to be situated for things like that. It's getting to the point where you want to be in parts of the world, even if it's in the U.S. Even if you're in the U.S., you want to be somewhere where you're going to be okay. If you need to be in a certain situation. Because it's getting now to the time in life to where, now people are moving to their bunkers. Like, it's getting crazy in the States, man. It's getting crazy. I've never seen a Jeep Wrangler or Toyota Honda stuff unless it's imported. I mean, really, but all in all, though, you know, you're not going to be good without God, most definitely. That's number one. But there's nothing that says you can't be somewhat prepared. Pretty much learn how to survive off grid if you need to. Yeah, that's the kind of time. It's been that time. But things that was happening years ago, the people that everyone's seen as nutcases, you know, as crazy, people see them as geniuses now. All those people are geniuses. All those people that want to live off the grid and talking about they want to farm. I was thinking of that years ago. I was thinking it years ago. But man, I want to get somewhere where I can farm, you know, and so happen I'm here, and I want to be somewhere, you know, and now it's coming to the point where I want to be somewhere where if things are wrong, people are used to hardship. That's like here, you know, or people are used to hardship. If I'm in the States, I'll be somewhere upstate New York where the people are gonna be prepared for hardship. That's the people you want to be around. That's the life, you know. So no matter where I am, I want to be around people who don't need for anything. I don't want to be around people that are needy. You get what I'm saying? Even if I'm in the States, I'm gonna be around people that are not in need. You know, they don't. People that are stocking food, that are ready to live off the land. I want to be around people like that. You know, so no matter where I'm at, say if I bring Katie to the States right now, I'll be going right to a place like that. Because that's the time in the world we coming into.
Will you be in the squatter place?
Yeah, it's time to be a squatter if you need to be. For real.
We're already training right now.
Yeah, yep, that's right. Them tree hugging hippies and save the people. Damn, they were right. Yep, they were right. They were right, Everon. And you know what's funny? I was studying with them people for years, and yeah, they were right. And it's wild. And yeah, and all the people about that say, you know, you need to give your life to God. People that were saying that for years and saying, you know, it's gonna be hard times. You got to be ready for it. And people that were prepping and all of that, all those people were right. Filipinos are already prepared for that stuff. Philippines is already prepared for it. So elevated vehicles to drop through floodwaters, definitely. That's what I seen, John Thomas, when this past situation happened. Doane, how you doing? When this past situation happened and me and Kay were almost stuck in Puerto Galera, you guys remember? I said, man, I can't get a regular car. I said, the car I get has to be able to drive through floodwaters. I may even get a 4x4 elevated off the floor. Just so if there's a flood, you know, I'm over the floodwater, I'm over mountains.
Buy a
Yeah.
helicopter, babe.
Helicopter. If I had the money, I'd get a helicopter.
Buy a helicopter.
I mean, if I had the money, I would get one. I'm not trying to be, you know. Oh, hey, I'm just saying. That's the time we coming into. That's the time we coming into. We coming into the time of preparation. You know, and all of you chose the Philippines, or it just like you guys. It was one of those good coincidences for you guys that you guys want to come to the Philippines, because you guys want to come to a place that's ready for it already. Like the Philippines is ready for those hardships. Like no food. You want to be in the Philippines when there's no food, you know. You said that we will bring people with skills and common sense to our community, save the world. Yeah, but no, it's wild. In times of hardships, you want to be around people who are ready for hardships, or not even just people that are ready for it, people that are used to hardships. Like all the stuff, all the videos I made before, you guys were like, some people were going, Filipinos, the people are crazy. No, they're not. Filipinos are ready. That's where you want to be. You want to be here when things are hard. You want to be around people who go through typhoons on a regular basis, who go through no food all the time. You want to be around people like the people in Cebu, like that's the people you want to be around. Yep. You want to be around people going through pain and that's used to pain. You want to be around people that have been through, you know, typhoons every 5 years. That's where you want to be around. It may be crazy, like a lot of things may happen that's crazy, but that's the people you're gonna trust with your life, because that's the people that's gonna be used to those things. That's the people that give you their clothes off their back. And I see it all the time. I see people around, like my neighbors are like that. Everybody around me is like that. Say if I needed something to eat, I know I can go up the block and get something to eat right now. You don't want to be around people that's gonna shoot you for going up the block and asking for something to eat. You want to be around somebody that's gonna say, "Oh, hey, come inside, come eat." Not in the States right now. You could go to family maybe, but then you go up the block to the neighbor, and the neighbor don't know you no more. I don't want to be around that. I want to be in the States again, but that's the time we come into. All islands in the Philippines will have to flood and sink for there not to be food there. Yeah. And that's the thing, and Filipinos are so giving. They give you the shirt off their back. I'll be looking to get some additional income through my laptop. I know that you do that by freelancing. Yeah, I'll be looking to do that as well. I just don't know exactly what. Do you have any suggestions? I say keep it simple starting off. That's what I did, guys. I kept it simple with freelancing. Okay, that's why I haven't really did a class that really anything yet, because it's not hard. I just did it simple. I kept it simple. I was decent at sales. I went into sales, customer service. Boom. First thing I did with freelancing was customer service, and this was back in 2013. I did this, and from there I didn't look back. I've been freelancing ever since 2013. I've literally 2012, guys. I quit my job. I knew it. They wouldn't give me a raise. I said I don't want to work. I don't want to work in another company face to face anymore. I said I'm quitting. I'm quitting corporate America. I'm throwing in my towel. I'm going online. That was the best thing I could ever did. Jake, you can buy some off-grid land here and have your house there. Best of both worlds. And that's what I'm looking to do in the States, Percy. That's what I'm looking to go get in the States. I'm not, and the crazy thing is, I'm not saying I'm never gonna come back to the States. I'm gonna bring Kay back to the States too. But when me and Kay go back to the States,
See you there, guys.
yeah, me and Kay are gonna be in a place where people still don't need for nothing. Where people will give us a shirt off their back, right, Kay?
We'll meet you guys there. See you there.
That's where you want to be at.
We'll meet you
You don't want to be around people that's gonna, and me and Kay already found that in upstate New York. So this is where it's at. Lead to entrepreneurship, control your own destiny. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I'm just speaking with Kay. Me and Kay, I want to get into helping Filipinos work online again. Probably at night, right? Yeah. I have to work all night. At night, yeah. How much money I'll be approximately making starting out? Well, it depends on what you go for. Chentos, I'll tell you this. You can make good money starting out. You wanna know why? So many people leaving their jobs in the States. So many people are leaving their jobs in the States right now. You could be even a teacher. I'm an online ESL teacher. Yep. Oh, you make a killing here. I got a guy. I know a guy that's in what's the name right now? He's in Bacolod, who's making money as an online teacher. That's what it's all about. I even thought of doing it, but I wouldn't do it because I make so much more doing what I do. But yeah, that's what it's about. So you got to start now, though. The thing is, if you want to make sure you're set, you're okay here, you got to start as soon as possible with the working online, and then come here. because you got to be secure. Like for instance, what's the name? Like Cliff and Rue. Cliff just moved here, but he was secure. He was secure in his online job, and then he moved to the Philippines. So he did it. He was in the States. Whoop. Yep, online is what it's about. Yep, that's what it's about. Actually, 32%. But actually, this was back in 2012, right? When I checked the numbers in 2012, 33% of America was already working online. 33% of people was already working online. So when I went to online, when I did it, I wasn't the only one. All of all the people like all the people that were making big top dollar, they said forget that top dollar. They left that, went to online, and then what happened was they started making top dollar online. Online job that pays dollars remote is the way, yeah. And the thing is, these jobs, they don't care where you are in the world. They just want Americans. You could be in Nova Scotia somewhere. They don't care, as long as you have a good internet connection. All they care about is you clocking in, or if you get a something where you don't even need to clock in, like say, you know, with IT security, things like that. You could even pick up a field, guys. That's the thing. Like, you can learn this stuff. You can be a teacher. Like, this guy's doing it. They're making American dollars here, or not even just here, in other countries. You know, and you can do it. And you could do it, because it's getting to the point now where I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what the problem is. I'm in Nova Scotia, yeah. See what it is. See Pedro IT with a name like that, you probably already know what I'm talking about. You know, and that's the thing. A lot of people. That's why I work remotely. Yeah, you got to do it. Like, I know. I want a lot of guys to really start. I try to prepare a couple of guys, but they're still not ready. Like, one guy I was preparing, he actually went and he found a job on a ship, and you know, and I said no, and I felt he gets paid good money, but it was like no. But when I was telling him to do it, he should have done it then, because if he'd have done it then, he'd probably got like 13 an hour. But right now, he'd probably be getting 30 an hour, 25, 30 an hour, if he would have did it when I told him to do it. You know, because guys is making money like they're there, like they're in the States, and yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing too, Chentos. You can still invest in stocks. You still be paying your taxes. I don't see why you wouldn't want to pay your taxes. I would still pay your taxes. Still do your investments. Do the same investments you're doing. Well, you can spend money here like water if you let yourself get out of control. Actually, I got a grip on that. I got a grip on that, Black Waltz. I got it now to where I don't need anything. That's what's gonna happen with you guys. That's how you can prepare yourself. That's why I'm happy we're talking about this. How you overcome it is by overcoming yourself. You're gonna get to a point when you're in the Philippines where you're not gonna need anything. Like, you're gonna be happy with just getting a table like this. Just having this table right here, so I can work. It cost me what, $200? Like, this is my everything right now. Like, seriously, I'm happy. This is all I need. I don't even need it. I don't even need that 4x4 car no time soon. I don't even want it no time soon. As long as I'm in the house, like, I'm happy with the small things. And you're gonna get to that point in the Philippines. At first you'll be bored, but then that boredomness is nonsense. You get over that. Like, life is boring, no matter where you are in the world. You could be in the Philippines, you could be in the States. Okay, it's but so much trips you can take. You know, it's but so much laughing you can do. But seriously, it's really like that. Like, I would look at life like that. Like, a lot of guys will say it's boring, and I've seen single vloggers my age living off 700 USD in Dumaguete. Would you guys say that's a fairy tale? I'd say I'm pretty minimalist. minimalistic. I wouldn't say it's a fairy tale. You can do it. I wouldn't say it's a fairy tale. You can do it. You can definitely do it. Um, I think now I could do it. I wouldn't do it. It would be too little for me. I do it right now under 1,000. I live, and it's still more. It's still about. It's still a little more than 1,000. Actually, my budget went up because what happened was when I got in, right. I got in my place. I needed things. I needed to fix up. I had to fix up the steps here. I had to fix up the front, and then me doing small things. My budget went up to about 1,100, 1,100 a month. Right now, it went back down again to under 1,000, but it was up over. For a young person, it'd be minimal for sure. Yeah, it will be. I mean, it's all mindset though. It's all mindset. It's all a mindset. Because what it is boredom. Getting over the boredom. Life is boring. Once you understand life is boring, and you really don't need to spend money like that. You don't care about spending money. You don't care about none of that stuff. Because I don't care about none of it. I don't even care about traveling anymore. I feel like I did so much traveling in my life already. I feel like I did enough. I'm such a simple man now. I could care less. Travel light, freeze at night. Translation: buy simple things, non-materialistic, smart, lean and save and invest. And that's what it's all about. You know, that's all I think about now. Is saving and investing. Seriously, that's all I think about now. I'm here in the Philippines. Why would I keep spending money? Why don't I just invest my money? Well, right? I'd be crazy to just keep spending. Like, only thing I'm spending on is things I need. Like, I want land. I want to spend money on things like that. I'm married to a Filipina. I trust her. I've been here long enough to know I can trust her with my life. So, man, now at the point I'm in now in my life, sky's just the limit now. And you guys are gonna get there too. You know, you guys are gonna get there too. Like some of you guys are already here, already like that, like Black Waltz. I'm sure it's already like that. I thought about a business, but just felt like a money pit. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I want a business here too, but I'm not pulling the trigger like quickly on that. I have one that's gonna be foolproof that I'm gonna do. Oh, sorry, Kay. I forgot to let Kay in. Hey, Kay. My fault. I'm just so focused. What's going on, baby?
Hi guys.
Yep. But yeah, there's some businesses though that can be very good. Then there's some money pits. Like for instance, Kay, right? Kay has a clothing thing that we do, but I kind of dealt back on that a little bit because that can be a money pit. Like for Kay's clothing thing to really take off, I would literally have to put like 1,000,000 pesos into it in order to get it to take off the right
Mhm.
way. And I don't feel like doing that right now. So that went to the back burner, but it's still there. Kay does her Tai Tai Chunga thing. It could always take off. Sorry, store. I was thinking water store, but there's so many. Yeah, I want to do something like a little bit bigger than that Black Waltz. Like that's why, like for instance, like what Kay does with the Tai Tai Chunga. I want to do that big, but it would take probably 1,000,000 pesos to do, and I don't feel like investing that kind of money right now. You know, on that. But still, there's that it can still work though. It's just that I don't know right now with the pandemic the way it is and so many people trying to hustle. It's just like it's too much competition. So I'm not getting into that clothing thing. Sorry, store. I don't know. I just couldn't do that. That's like playing with pennies to me.
But the water store is good too. The
Water
water
store
store
would be
is
good.
good.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
good because you can do that on a big level. A water store.
hmm
Yeah. Yes, I
Garrett
think
said,
water
yeah,
store.
go ahead.
You playing with my money. But sorry,
hmm
store. I wouldn't do it.
Garrett said, Charlie wants me to finally have a simple life in the Philippines after enduring my homelessness, suffering after my health scare. I love her for her great heart, concern, and wit. Hi,
Mhm.
Kay. Hello, Garrett. Hello, Dexter. you just need to, guys, observe what is needed on the place where you're going. For
Mhm.
example, you're going to Dumaguete, you're going to Davao, Cebu, and observe what is needed in the community, what is like
Yeah.
missing. Then that's
Mhm.
the one you're gonna put it in, you know. But mostly,
Yeah.
grocery store is good, but the sari sari store is too small, guys. Make it
It
like
is.
a mini market, because
Mhm.
the bigger it is, the bigger the income too, the income coming in, you know, the
Yeah.
profit. So Sari Sari store is a little bit small, but make it a bigger one, bigger than Sari Sari store.
Yeah, yeah. The Philippines, you said, DJ Underground. You right. You said the experience in the Philippines will help, though, help you think different. I think the first step for most people. I think the first step for most people. Let me see. Is just to travel over to the Philippines and experience it. Then they would start to think how to get out and quit, and then quit the 9 to 5 job. Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's not so much quit the 9 to 5 job. It's to transition. You know, that's what I did. I transitioned to not necessarily leave the job market, but prepare to leave. What I mean by that is, like, say, I don't want to rely on money. I want to continue to work until I can't work no more. But if I want to be to the point where I don't need money, so I'm looking to be at that point within the next year. I want to be at the point where I don't need money. So I'm being very diligent with things I'm doing. That's why I'm doing the different YouTubes, and because I want to have it to where so much money's coming in. I don't want to think about money, and then I don't really want to need money, and then I want money to be like an afterthought. So if I lost all my money, I don't want to lose my soul over money. That's the point. That's where life is coming to. So I'm getting to that point. I don't want to lose my soul over money, and that's real. Morning, Jay. I would first think about preparing to live off the land, supplying all your needs, then make the land pay for itself. Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's what with the land for me. For instance, Terry Fleming, what I'm thinking of is that I need land to make money too. So of course, that's where getting the land to me comes into play. To where I get the land where I can make a good income. Because that's the thing, when you got acres and you got bananas and oranges on it, you're gonna make money with that. You know, you're gonna ship that into the Philippines areas to be sold, and that's a big income. Like, that's, you can make it happen, but you got to be in it to win it. You know.
Phil Hindi said, just wanted to know till to date how many people life you have changed except your family in USA and PH as an influencer.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you for very nice question. It's Miss
What
Universe
happened?
question. No, he was
For which
asking
one?
you till to date how many people life you have changed. You, he's asking
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
except your family in the US and PH as an influencer.
Probably a lot. I
You
think
cannot say like how many guys,
I
but
can't say how many. I don't know how many, but I know there's a lot of people that I've touched over the years. Like, I've been doing this for what, 6 years, right, kid?
maybe five.
Yeah, 5 years, five, almost six though. It's been almost six.
2016, guys. He started
Yeah.
vlogging August 2016.
So what's that? That's 6 years. Yeah,
17,
2000,
18, 19, 20, 21. Oh
22.
yeah,
Yeah,
going
six
to be
years.
6 years
It's
this
going to 6 years.
August.
So
Mm-hmm.
doing it 6 years. It's this August to be 6 years. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, I know I've touched a lot of people, and I want to continue to reach people, and be able to reach more people. Can non vaccinated people visit the Philippines? Oh no, they would not allow. They definitely won't allow that here. But I like your idea of having someone by your side to bounce ideas off of every time to create an opportunity, and that's what I had with Kay. That was my thing, Mr. GG's. Um, I was looking for more with Kay. I wasn't just looking for someone that was gonna wash my clothes, um, cook my food, you know, scrub my dirty pinky toe. I didn't. I wanted more than that, and I wanted more than that. I wasn't looking for someone that either that was I was gonna that was strong, independent woman. Ah, I was looking for that. I was running from that, But I found it with Kay. It's so I needed a woman I can bounce ideas off of too. What I mean by bounce ideas off of to get down with my plan. I need a woman. I always needed a woman to get down with my mission, with my plan, because I always knew the kind of guy I was. I always been a good leader, and in my past, I wasn't respectful of myself enough to be seen as a good leader from women in my past. So I don't even blame my ex because I wasn't the leader for her when I was growing up. When I was growing, I wasn't the right leader for her to be able to follow me. You understand? Until I came here, that's when I became a better leader. I wasn't a great leader out there. I became a better leader here. And so the fact that Kay follows me now, Kay should be following me. A lot of guys don't deserve to be followed, and that's facts. And I know I didn't deserve to be followed, but that's so I stopped talking about that.
Jay is going so deep.
Yeah,
The DJ Underground said, I don't know if you read this already. I think the first step for most people is to just travel over to the Philippines, experience it, then they will start to think how to get out of that 9 to 5 job. Yeah, that's
yeah, yeah,
true.
yeah.
You need to experience the Philippines, but once you're here, you may want to stay, because the
Yeah, and
life
that's
here
the
is very,
and
very
and
peaceful, and it
and
depends on where you're located, though.
and that's what I'm saying. A lot of you guys can do that. I'm not telling nobody to do it off a whim. Like before I jumped up and made the move, I was already working online for 3 years. So my transition was different. Like I didn't just come here, and like, so that's what I was trying to tell my boy. Like, bro, start now. He went and got a job working on a boat, and I was like, no. If he would have started working online when I would have told him to, he would have been here now. Before the pandemic, he'd have been here. But he didn't start. But I'm saying though, for anybody, especially for certain guys that can, I know certain guys that can do it. Like for instance, what's the name? Speaker, what's the name? I already know you can do it. Like what's his name? Um, what's the name? Will. People like Will, who's already into IT. People like that gotta come. Gotta try it, give a crack at it, and try it because they can do it. Like as soon as the Philippines opens, guys like that who already understand, have some know-how online, need to jump up and make that move because they can make it happen. You know,
Guys,
if they want to
actually,
make sure they're sure, start it now. So when that time comes, by the time the Philippines open, it's just like boop, I'm gone. What happened,
mhm.
Kay?
No, I'm just gonna say that you guys are lucky because it's easy for you to find a job online because you're in the US, so it's like it's easy to get a job online, and also the salary is like 11, 12, $15 per hour. All you need to do is
More than
just
that.
create more than that. Jay has more
Mhm.
than that. So what I'm trying to say is if you really dedicated, if you are patient, and you really wanna try to work online, you can actually do it. All you
Yeah,
need to do is
because
just be
if you're
patient,
getting
guys.
40,
Very
fifty
patient.
thousand in the states, you can get 40, 50,000 just like you in the states online,
Yeah.
straight up, and make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be done. They said, Rabbi said my girl is a teacher in Del Galago, and she's getting prepared to teach Japanese business professionals how to speak English with expressions. That's good. Um, like me and Kay was looking at doing teaching online, but we didn't get into it because I like Kay was gonna do it, but I told Kay she didn't have to because I make enough to take care of both of us, and I feel like Kay will be wasting her time. Kay will be more productive with, like, for instance, I'll give you guys what I mean. I'll give you guys what I'm saying. Like Kay, I'm gonna start up another. I'm gonna start up my what's the name again? My business where I hire Filipinos again. Where I'm gonna do a I'm gonna do an online virtual assistant business, and I'm gonna have Kay help me run that, right? So the reason why I'm gonna have Kay help me run that, because Kay already knows how to run it. Kay already understands everything about it. So I know while I'm working, I could be like, babe, da, 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 da. She's already on it. She'll be right there, editing videos, telling people to do virtual assistants, and everything's spinning like clockwork. Because Kay's already trained for it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the things you have to do with your transition. You know, before you guys transition, you gotta get that stuff ready. You know, have it ready to where you have your business already, where you're employing people, and have your lady ready to help you run it. And then so you prepared. Because by the time you come here, you'll be prepared. That's what I did, guys. I said it over and over, like so many years, but it's that's how I was able to make the move. You guys can do it too. It's not hard. You just gotta put the work in. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Put in the work, and
And
before
also,
you know
there's
it,
some
boom.
job. Just visit www.upwork.com, guys. And there's also a job there that you can do. What do you call this? Part time. So if you
You,
cannot do full time, do part time. As long as there's some money coming in, especially if you're getting $20 per hour and you're working
yeah.
like 4 hours a day. Jay is working 4 days a week only, guys. Four
I
days a
work
week,
four
but
days a week, 10 hours a
he's getting
day.
40 hours per week.
Yeah, I work 10 hours a day, 4 days a week. It's still 40 hours a week. Um, and when the pay comes in, it comes in. You be. I'm telling you guys, you still making 3,000 a month, and you in the Philippines. I'm telling you, man, it feels great. It feels great
Kingo
to know when your money's
Gidwa.
coming in and you saving most of it. It feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Kingo Gidwa said, Morning, J and K from LA. I'm a DJ that makes beats online. Can I continue to do this in the Philippines? Love you guys. Thank you, Kingo. Can he continue doing a DJ job, like making beats online in the Philippines?
Well, you could. It just depends on you want to make sure you want to make sure you're okay. And the professor, yeah, there's a good quote, man. You should
Very
have quote
said.
from Ozarks Netflix. Money is not peace of mind. Money is not happiness. Money is, at its essence, that measure of a man's choices. Yeah, that's true. It is a measure of a man's choices. And all money does is creates opportunity. Money doesn't bring happiness. Money
Mm-hmm.
brings opportunities. It depends on what you do with those opportunities. That's so true. I gotta post that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what money is. Money. I want money to bring me opportunities. I don't want it to bring me, because I'm never gonna be happy with money. No one is. Money is supposed to bring opportunity. I want it to bring me an opportunity, so I don't need money. I don't care about money. I don't want to need money. Like that's not what moves me.
Mm-hmm. I
I get
was
moved by
telling Jay,
people. Okay.
I was telling Jay, like, it seems like life is really, it's not really, it's really lonely because it's
It
like,
is.
it's you making it, interesting.
Yep.
Because the other week, I was so sick and I was so feeling, I'm so depressed. Like, I cannot relax. I feel like, oh, I was like, I cannot. I know it's like there's no, the only thing you're gonna be happy if you have peace of mind. Whatever, if you have a big amount of money, you can spend it in some stuff, buy a lot of stuff, expensive stuff, and you're still not happy.
Yep.
So it's like, it's not about the money, it's about you making yourself happy, making yourself contented at what you have. It's like
Mhm.
life is not really like tomorrow we're gonna find out it's already December 25.
Yep.
It's like it's already New Year
Whole nother
again.
year. Like
It's
life.
it's too
Like
fast
it's
and
everything
mhm.
is boring. You have to see it like that. When you
Yeah,
when you see
boring. As you
life,
said,
like
boring.
everything really is boring in life.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Everything is boring. I'm boring. You're boring. Everything you do is boring. Think about it. You go on an island, right? You go island hop or whatever. Then other than that, what is else is there to do? What is there to do anywhere? In the Philippines, in the U.S., it's a big mirage. Life is a big mirage, and you gotta think, what's life all about? It's really life is really a big mirage. Like with money, especially with the way people work for money, like everything is money. It's like a big mirage, and it's like once you start looking at life like that,
Mm-hmm.
things become more simple, and then you start realizing, okay, you start realizing the keys to life, and then when you realize that, you go, oh wow, it's really simple. And then it's gonna be crazy because so many people, we're gonna come to the end of life and people are gonna go, this is what life really was all about, and it's really gonna be all about what you knew it was about. Yeah, and it's gonna be serious at that point. And I gotta say it to you guys, it's gonna get right back to the point where it's gonna be all about God and that good and evil, and you guys gonna be like, oh, I can't believe this was all about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna blow you guys' mind. You guys gonna be like, and you'll be waking up going, man, and that it's gonna come back, and you're gonna think about all of that, and it's gonna come back to you and God, and everybody will bow the knee. At the end of the day, it's true. On Pizza Lover, maybe Shakey's, even Pizza Hut. Yeah,
Thanks for the
I
super
think
chat,
the
Dexter.
yeah, thanks for the super chat, Dexter. The rice business would be good. I want more than a rice business, but still, I would have one. That's why if I had land, I wouldn't mind a land with rice. I just want more than just rice. But a rice business would be good.
Yeah, it is very good. He
Yeah,
said
rice business
yes.
make tons of money.
Dexter said yes. Money is just the seed for opportunity. Jay,
That's
you
it.
do share and inspire things. Yeah, money is really like use it in the right way, and but money just not gonna make you happy.
hmm
Being contented in life, and
Can you find Mexican food in the Philippines? Yeah, they have it, but it's not really that great, and you don't see it everywhere like that.
he said lot of
If you
echo
bought
coming from
restaurants
you.
here, it would be good. What happened? Okay.
Josh Khan said a lot of echo coming from Kay. Guys, I'm in echo right now because Jay's having a headset. I don't know why I'm echoing.
Yeah, I don't hear no echo from K. But
Josh Khan is asking you, Jay, can non-vaccinated people visit the Philippines?
no. Oh, like say for instance, if I left the Philippines right now, but me, I'm vaccinated already. But if I left the Philippines right now and I wasn't vaccinated, I can come back in because I'm a resident here. Or K can leave the Philippines and not be vaccinated and come back in, but foreigners can't just come in the Philippines unvaccinated.
I think you can. You can enter. The problem is you cannot ride any public transportation because in Manila, no vaccination, no ride, no vaccination. You can enter the mall. So I think you can enter. It's just there's a lot of limited stuff you cannot do any stuff other stuff because
Mhm.
it's really like they're really strict, especially in Manila right now.
Mhm.
Vaccination card is very important, so try to go to a province right away if ever that's not too strict yet, and
And Martin, you
stay
said
there.
it. He said Filipino women are great at following. I do notice many American men get surprised by that. You know why us American men get surprised by it? Because we've never had it. Once we get it, it's like the happiness that comes from after that. It's wild, man. It's wild. When you get a Filipina and she listens to you and is ready to follow you, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. Like, guys, after I get off of doing this video tonight, right? Like for instance, Kay already has some videos ready for me to go jump do videos for another channel, which Kay don't even know, but I'm gonna do it after this because I work anyway. I'm getting prepared tomorrow to work all night anyway. What time I work to, Kay? Like 6 in the morning. I'm gonna work to
Yeah,
6 in the
seven.
morning in the night. Like I don't, I can work like that. I can work from 6 in the morning at night. I can work 6 in the morning tomorrow night. I can work to 6 in the morning. I'm gonna do that for working. I'm ready to work like that. So while I'm here, it's not that everything is all about money, but you want to get yourself situated to a point where you don't have to think about money. You still want to make it, but you don't want to. I don't know. It's weird, but you gotta be driven like that to where it's not everything, but while you're here, you gotta make that happen. Even though money's not everything, you gotta make it. So I have to make it, especially even while here in the Philippines. I don't need to spend as much here. I feel like I need to make it more.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my everything though. You understand what I'm saying? Kay knows what I mean. It's still not my everything, but we're coming to a point in our life to where we gotta have it. If we don't have it, we're gonna find ourselves in some deep doo doo in the next 3 or 4 years when things get really get hard. You know, open up a 7-Eleven instead of a sorry sauce store. Now that's a big one. Yeah, that's that.
That's big franchising, though.
7-Eleven, woo. But yeah, but I don't know what the profit would be. It would be good profit though, because 7-Eleven
Yeah,
is gonna work
7-Eleven.
everywhere you go. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really like, of course, 7-Eleven is 24/7 open, right? So
Mhm.
it's really like, it's good. 7-Eleven is good. You really like
Mhm.
million. You're going to open it and start with
There's
million
so many
pesos.
sites. The one I found the most the most progress with is Upwork. Chentos. Upwork has did it for me like, and then I was on it. I went off like I had a hard time on Upwork. Actually, I didn't have a hard. I never had a hard time on Upwork. I went through because the 2020 hit me too with the pandemic on Upwork. But then I got something else right after that, and it's taking me all through now. So people right now though are actually looking on all of these different sites. You see it in Upwork. Upwork is now turning into sort of like Fiverr now, where you can have just a regular skill. You can say, hey, if you want me to make you a track for your music or whatever, that's what Upwork is turning into that too, where like regular gigs. So it's turning into like a Fiverr. And with Fiverr, it was different ways to get money. I'm gonna look into getting into it like that again too. I'm gonna do a video on it actually. When I do it, I'm gonna do a video on it maybe this week on like how to get gigs on Upwork. Like as far as Fiverr, like how you should do it on Fiverr. I may do a video about that so you guys can see, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll share that with you guys. But I look up to people who had the inspiration and insight to leave a land of intolerance to stand on self-reliance. Yeah, Upwork offers online jobs. Yeah, they do. But yeah, no, I had to, Terry Fleming. I had to. You know, I was getting tired of standing for nothing. I was getting tired of standing for nothing. And really, I didn't know it was gonna turn into this. Actually, I didn't know when I came out here. I had no idea that I was gonna start a YouTube channel. Like that wasn't even my mission. My boy convinced me of that. I had no idea what it turned into, and it's gonna turn into even bigger than it is now. It's not even gonna be my channel that's gonna make it bigger. Believe it or not, guys, my new channel is gonna make it bigger because I'm reaching out to dudes like y'all, and I'm talking about it. I'm talking about some of the things that some guys want to run from in the states, the woman, and I know that's gonna bring more guys to the Philippines and bring more guys to seeing about content like this, and it'll be what guys need to hear. It just so happens I have 6 years experience, so I'm more than qualified to talk about it. I'm more qualified to talk about the. You guys will see. I'm not even telling you guys what I'm on videos yet. I'm just gonna surprise you guys. I have to surprise you guys. You guys been with me for a while. I'm gonna surprise you guys. Look, man, hold up. You guys just see my channel one day. And it's like, oh, Jay, you got a bunch of people over there from that channel, and then boom, bring it all together. You guys are like, wow, Jay's really trying to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Pupusas a bomb. I'm not. I'm out in San Francisco Bay Area,
Where
and
are
it's
you?
common out here. I'm close to the top. Aren't you worried about making so much money in another country? No, I'm not actually. I'm not Jeffrey Todd. Um, See, the thing is, out here, I'm not in a radar. Believe it or not. Like I know I talk about things like that. Maybe be somebody that can find my channel in the Philippines. I'm still under the radar. Believe it or not. VAs like we're using real estate investing to run our business here. So I'm not worried about making so much money in another country. I'm not. There's Filipinos that make a lot of money here too. You'd be surprised in the province that Filipinos got money. Don't sleep, Jeffrey Todd.
A
Filipinos got
lot.
money out here. Yes, Filipinos are
They're buying
investors.
lot here, guys, buying house and lot and having the businesses like you will be here in Calapan, guys, a bunch of gem here, guys. We
I'm
went
not
to a
worried about getting
restaurant
robbed in
today.
Calapan. Yeah, okay,
People
good.
are very business minded and
Yeah,
it will be surprised like Filipino are poor. They're not really poor. They're really like business minded. They really have their own land and car, especially in my town. People are getting richer.
out here in the pandemic, Filipinos are thriving. It'll blow your mind. You guys will come here and be like, hold up. 'Cause I know I say things like I make videos, but like that those videos are not this province. Like the videos I've made, this province is not those videos. You understand what I'm saying? Like when I talk about like all the hard times and like a lot of times with a woman going to Manila and selling their body, they really don't do it from this province like that. I mean, it happens. I'm sure it's some, but for the most part, it's not happening from here, from K's province. It's
Mhm.
different over here. Like seriously, like it's the opportunity is different. And people thrive. It'll blow your mind. People that are thrive, the people that thrive out here, and people are so business minded. Businesses are thriving. It's wild, and you'd be surprised. People don't will never look at you for nothing. So Jeffrey Todd, I don't worry about that over here, because the Filipinos out here have more money than me. Seriously, Filipinos out here making it. VAs like we use in real estate investing. Yeah, exactly. Only native Filipinos can own land in the Philippines. I love to do part time online in Philippines. Yeah, and you can make it happen too. No real estate business in Philippines. There's no real estate, no resale value in PH, and people doesn't have money to buy. Do you use that other time for planning and thinking, Jay? Well, I do. I do a lot of planning now. That's my new thing now. I do a lot of planning. See, guys, the thing is, planning takes time. Like, like it doesn't just. That's so with life being boring. That's the thing with the Philippines. Would it be beneficial to you? With life being boring, like for instance, if you have a plan, say you have a plan and it's gonna take you, uh, say you want to invest in something, it's gonna take $20,000 to invest, but you don't have that 20,000 to invest yet. It takes you months. It may take you months or a year to save that money to invest, right? So that's time.
Mhm.
That's the time you take. While you're taking that time, you expand your mind, you build yourself, you build up your body, you build up your mind. So within that time, you learn patience. You understand? And that's what I'm learning here in the Philippines. I learned patience. I'm learning patience, and I'm learning it even more ever now than before. So now I have nothing to do. Like Kay said. Kay said the other day she was sick. She was bored to death. And I know how Kay
Yeah,
felt. And then Kay's
I was
friend said the same thing.
actually, guys, I always like I never get bored and I never get depressed, but that's the only day that I was so sad. I don't know what to do. I was like I never depressed because I always a happy person. And I always like joking around and just even just the two of us. But I was so sick and I was like, baby, I don't know what I'm feeling. I have menstruation too. I was like, I don't know what I'm feeling right now. I feel like I'm so depressed. I don't know. It's like I'm so sad. It's like and it's never happened. It happened only one time because I always have things to do. Like I always do other stuff. I can even edit my video. I
Mm-hmm.
can concentrate. I was so I don't know. I don't know what to eat to feel better. It's like that's what I was telling Jay. Life is
It's
really
boring.
boring. It's you making it not boring.
Yep.
So I feel bad for the people who has depression, and it's really like I can feel like this is how you feel is really hard, and people need to understand if the
But
person has
what it
depression,
is,
it's not
people
maarte.
people have to learn
It's
how to be content. People have
yeah.
to learn. You have to learn how to be content in life, and that's what Filipinos can teach you. Cause they
Mhm.
only thing though, they like a lot of people drink and like people deal with it like that. But I used to. That's how I used to get by. I used to get by with drinking. That's how I used to get by, okay? It was mostly I
Mhm.
drunk like that because I was bored.
Mhm.
That's how I used to drinking. That's what I was drinking before. But once you get used to, you have to learn to live with that boredom. Life is
Mhm.
boring, man. And once everybody that's like once everybody here in this live recognizes that, and be like, man, Jay's talking about life boring. Yeah, it is boring. Once you get used to that, you're gonna love the Philippines. You gotta think like that. Yeah, it's boring. It's really nothing to do in life. You guys know that. How many years a lot of you guys live longer than me? You know life is boring. A lot of guys come here and go, okay, I'm gonna go to the Philippines and then I'm gonna drink for what? What you gonna drink for? Because it's boring. It's still gonna be boring.
That's why I suggest you guys, if you visit the Philippines, try to have some, traveling plans. Visit the whole
Or
Philippines,
get
not
used to
only
it being
one.
boring. How about that? How
Huh?
about you just get used to it being boring? Life is
Jay and
boring.
I, we're
Seriously.
we're so sick last weekend because we're staying in the home in our house here
Yeah.
for 4 days, guys. I was cooking, wake up, and it's like
Nothing to do.
not
That's it. That's
yeah.
life.
We usually
Same thing
call
over
it
and over
boring,
again.
but we are happy. Like we I don't know. You just need to be contented on the one you're getting, but really life is really boring. But anyway,
Yeah.
we don't like us this life to get boring, guys. So
Well,
I'm gonna
no.
read
I
your
mean,
comment.
no. It's fine. No, we're still gonna read the comments, but they understand. They know what we talking about. It's
Yes.
real. I think
Garrett
part of the
said
problem is
virtual
there's no easy
assistant.
way to find secondhand condos and houses. There's a lot of
Where are
restrictions on getting bank
you?
loans, and no second mortgage is allowed. Yeah, no, I'm up a little higher. But okay, what you
Mm.
read? What you saying? Reading, okay?
No, no, I was just reading. Trento said, I love to do part time online in PH. Yeah, you can do part time. And as long as you think the money coming in is enough for you to live in the Philippines to survive, or not really survive, I mean
Mm-hmm.
to support you, that's okay. Because especially you may find a good, paying job, and you're just gonna work 4 hours a day. I think Chentos is teaching online. I think I see I think he's teaching online.
Yeah,
Only
you could
native
get
Filipinos ka online.
you can make
Yeah, go
bank
ahead.
teaching online. If you guys wanted to do something, start teaching online now. What was that site K we was on that we got
Which
approved
one?
for? What was the site we got approved for? We would have made
um
money there too, K, if we would
Preply.
have kept going. Preply.
Prep
Me and K got approved on
Centos,
Preply.
I think Centos is the one working online. Go to Preply. We didn't. I'm still waiting if I gotta get a student. So I didn't finish their training. I should finish some other stuff there. But Preply is a good website too to work online anywhere in the world. Actually, there's a teacher there from US. If you really wanna work online and stay here, start as Jay said. Start wherever you are right now. Do it slowly by slowly until you get used to it. The only thing is, if you're working in the Philippines, you're gonna be working at night. That's the struggle, night shift.
Yeah. Um. You get used to it though. Let me tell you guys. Every day I work all through the night, and it's not a problem for me. I wake up the next day. What time? Like 1, 2 o'clock, like two p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I still get outside, get some sunlight, and I'm back home and I'm working again by 9 o'clock at night in the Philippines, all the way up until 6 in the morning, and I
Mm-hmm.
do it every day like clockwork
You can
because
still work at 9 to 5, guys. The only
yeah,
thing
you can
Jay is
work nine to
working
five.
10 hours is he doesn't work on Fridays. So he has Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday, and Sunday off.
Mhm.
So that's the reason he's sleeping. He's waking up 1. But if you're working from Monday to Friday, or maybe Monday to Saturday, or Monday to Friday, let's say you work from 9 to 5, you're gonna sleep like 5 o'clock, wake up like 12 or 10. Before Jay is waking up like 10 o'clock, and
Mhm.
we're out. And
But,
he's working at night.
but
So it's
what
like
I
it's
did,
just time
well, it
management.
takes it no, it takes discipline. Yeah, it takes
Mm-hmm.
discipline. I've been stoned for 6 years. I've been stone cold with like I don't just And that's the thing. I'm not retired. You guys know that, right? I've talked about it before in past live streams too. But I'm so dedicated to it, and you got to be disciplined and dedicated to it. If you're gonna work online in the Philippines, you have
Mm-hmm.
to really be dedicated to it. And like even Kay's been dedicated to it. Like say, it was times I had to have Kay do work, and Kay's dedicated. Like
Guys,
she has to be.
one time Jay, what is the one not working? Your internet? Like his internet is not working good. You
Mhm.
know, Jay and I, what we did is he's still working online that time. He's still in US. We didn't meet yet. So what we did is I call him in Skype and we do a three line. Ato?
Three way.
Three way.
And she'll make the calls for me.
I'll make the calls, but he's still the one making talking to the customer. But I'm
Mhm.
doing a three way. It's crazy. Like what we did in the past, like how we support each other. We didn't even meet that time, guys, but we are already working with him because I go
Mhm.
back to the Philippines to stay here for good. So I was working for him. So that's crazy. It's like you're gonna pee.
No, I'm just standing up. Now I gotta use the table for
See?
what it's for.
I thought
Ah,
you're gonna
yeah.
pee.
Oh no, I gotta pee.
Depends on how you are trained as a reinventor and your niche, and if you involve your Filipino spouse or not. That's correct, Garrett. Try to involve your Filipino wife or your girlfriend so that they will know, you know, they also have, they can also contribute. They can also contribute a different way, but it's good if you guys are, thinking the same pace.
So I want to talk to Phil Hines because Phil Hines is a foreigner based in the Philippines. He owns land in Mindanao, so
Mm-hmm.
he understands what I talk about. Them when I'm talking about where I'm sure Phil Hine News is already used to the boredom, right? Like, cause you see me in the Philippines, and I'm sure he's probably older than me. See me as a young man, I got used to. I know you gotta get used to the boredom, right? Once you get that in life, and you realize life is simple. Life is simple. Like right now, he's owning land.
It's
He's
windy
good.
there.
What's Wendy? Here
The
right now?
fan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
another
yeah,
fan.
yeah.
Let me turn it off for me.
It's like it's like you are.
And that's the thing. And like I'm sure people all grow up with. I mean, everybody has to know life is boring, man. But anyway, Phil High News. I think part of the problem is there's no easy way to find secondhand condos and houses. Okay, I haven't seen that before.
Terry said, I come home with more money than I hear you mentioning monthly. I'm retired. I'm still afraid to pull the trigger like you did. Just need to, you can do
Mhm.
it, Terry. Only thing is you really need to have, he said he has money, is enough money.
Mhm.
It's
Well, see,
just,
it depends. It's depends on the person. Like me, I'm only 40. I'm only 40. If I'm gonna retire, like say I may retire when I'm 45. I very well
Mhm.
may retire at 45, but it'll be because I retired myself. Not because it's like it's that kind of thing. That's how I'm looking to retire. I'm looking to retire myself because I put in so much work and put in so much investments to where when I hit 45, I got land and I got land here and I'm doing things in the states and I don't need to worry about money. I don't want my retirement to be because of money. I seen what happened to my parents and I seen what happened to other people around me, and money even after retirement is always still an issue.
Mhm.
It's sad because my peoples, I hate to say it, they still have a more need for money than I do. They have more of a need for money than I do, and they shouldn't because they're retired. And that's all I'll say about that.
Kingo Gedoga said, the key to life is just one thing. It's whatever is important to you. That's true.
Yeah, it is.
It wasn't for the box. I'll be there for real from Ebron Brown. And then Garrett said profit versus wages. Business profits, work wages for the wages of working for others can lead to financial debt.
Mhm.
Owning a condo isn't owning the land. According to the Philippines real estate law doesn't allow outright ownership of real property by foreign national.
No, no. You gotta have a situation. like you got to be in a good situation. Like you got to be in a situation like I have with Kay. I'm not worried about anything with her. Full trust. There's guys here like that. You know, like I'm not sure that's how what's his name? If that's how Phil Hine News has it, but he may have it like that too. Um, you know, a lot of guys maybe have situations where either they marry and they're really not worried about nothing crazy. Like, it's not marriage in the states. In the
Mm-hmm.
Philippines, it's not the same. Like the same situations that happen in the states, they don't happen here. You know, and then also there's no divorce here. Like, and I'm not worried about nothing with my marriage. Like, my marriage is really a godly marriage. Like
Hello.
people get married in the eyes of God, but they don't keep the real godly reasons why you're supposed to get married.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been here in a long time. What's going on, Jay and Vina?
Hello,
I have you
JB
playing
and
throughout the
V.
house. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I know how you got it too. You got us on a big screen TV, probably with the 4K. I gotta start making my live streams in 4K again.
Are
Actually,
you want
we
me
never
to
did it in
start
4K.
singing and do the
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do
concert
some
for you,
4K.
J
Yeah.
and Vina TV? Are you
Our
watching us in the
Filipinos with
50-inch
exes in past
TV?
relationships. Filipinos with exes in past relationships. Well, I don't have that situation with Kay. Um, how Kay was with my ex. There's
It's
no
not
issues
good to
actually.
compare. It's no good to
No,
compare.
K, it's no been no problems with that. Oh, one thing too, my ex is not a headache. She's not a headache. I'll be real.
And she's pretty too, guys. Very pretty.
She's not a headache. Um, my situation. I don't know. I kept it under wraps. Everybody smash the thumbs up if you haven't already. Yeah, definitely. Thanks a lot
Yes,
for that.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah, and money
Harry
is
Lim,
too.
yeah. I'm gonna read
Go,
this one.
okay, okay.
Money is a terrible master. Bisaya, money is a terrible master, but an excellent servant. From
Mhm.
Harry Lim, seen on Lalisa's video Money.
Yeah, and it's true, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to use it. Wisely. I'm still learning it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
registering with Upwork at this very moment. Uh, I just don't have a clue as what yet, though. I speak Dutch, English, and if German, I'm thinking perhaps there's something I can do with that. Listen, Chintos, go to Preply. Okay, he speaks Dutch, English, and German.
No, but you can. The Preply is good, but you still need to
Yeah,
wait.
yeah. You gotta
I
build it up. Yeah,
suggest Upwork is really good. You just need to find what job is you're expert with. Like, if, for example, you
yeah,
can do data entry, but the only thing data entry is like $10 per hour. You can get $9 per hour. It's not like a lot. So if you can speak Dutch, try to see if there's a job that you know some job is like you need to be Dutch. You can speak Dutch, something like that, like something that you love to do. There's also teaching job in Upwork, but you need to just keep looking or try to find like customer service job, virtual
you
assistant.
have to get something that's gonna give you like I don't know. I'm trying to explain it because like with me with my situation, I got a job. I'm in sales. Like my field is sales, but I'm not doing a sales job. It's wild like that. Like right, Kay? Tell them like you probably be better off going to sell. It's weird, but you gotta be willing to do the sales though. Like for instance, my job before this wasn't sales. My job before that was sales. But you gotta get the sales jobs because then you're gonna get jobs that's not sales. Because you know what it is? People usually want go getters to work for them. They want
Hmm.
go getters to work with them. Like so when people see sales, like you know how many people contact me for not sales just because they want a go getter. They want somebody that's hungry and that's gonna strive for their company. So like the job I'm doing has nothing to do with sales, but it has everything to do with sales because I have to call people all day, but still it's not sales. But
I'm gonna
you be
give you some brief ideas of what Jay is doing right now, guys. Before he's doing like sales calls, right? He need to have like
mm-hmm.
a quota that they need to. But sales is good too because there's a residual income. But what he's doing right now is dispatching job. He's the middleman. His company is like a middleman. So, for example, they're looking for a plumber in Google. they have a client Google that's gonna contact them, and then they are the one who gonna find a plumber who there's like problem with their aircon or something. So they will contact their company, Jay's company, and Jay will gonna call plumber, person who do
Yeah, I'm
some
gonna call a
other
plumber,
stuff like
or
that.
if it's
And then
electrician, yeah, an electrician, I'm gonna call
electrician,
electrician.
schedule it, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's already one order, work order. So
but it's hard.
Chento, look for a dispatching job.
Dispatching job,
Very
yeah.
easy. His salary is higher than the sales job, but there's no sales, there's
There's no
no residual
sales.
income. But
Yeah,
still
yeah,
it's okay because it's hourly. Do
yeah, and
not
that
get do not get what do you call that fixed job, huh? Do not get fixed job in Upwork.
fixed
Get
rate. Yeah,
hourly.
yeah,
Hourly
yeah.
job.
And you know, I don't know. You gotta be in it to win it. Cause I've before this, the job I had was nothing. But I was working 55 hours a week though before this, and I was only getting what 13 an hour just to get to this one for 20 for 40 hours. Is weird. Like I don't know. I can't tell you
What's
guys
your
like
other job before this?
my
That's
other
easy
job.
too.
It was
But
easy too.
it's pay less. It's like $12 per hour.
Yeah, but it was hell.
What
But
is that again?
I forgot. It was it was something, but it's 55 hours a week. But that's the thing. Like I'm different. I'm weird like that. Like I'll clock in crazy hours. That's just me though. I'm just a workhorse, and I won't feel nothing about it. Like working overnight doesn't bother me. I'm just an animal like that with it. And then I'll do that, and then make videos for 5 channels. That's just me. I'm just like that. Um, I feel though, for you to be over here and make it happen, you got to be like that. I'm not trying to tell you you have to do. You don't have to do what I did, but you got to have that mind frame like that to say, you know what, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. Nothing's not gonna stop me from making it. And you got to be a man like that. You guys know that already. You guys are grown men. You got to be a man like that and be like, you know what, I'm gonna overcome this no matter what. That's the name of the video today. How to overcome. That's how I overcome all the time.
Hmm.
That's how I overcome everything in life. I know I have no choice but to overcome. There's no going back for me. There is no going back. And I have things to go to. Like say if I went back, I would have something. I have family to go back to, but I don't look at that as family. For real, I love my family to death. They would take me in any time. I don't look to them. I don't look to nobody to help me out. Nothing. I don't want no handouts. And you got to be like that in life. I don't want nobody to give me nothing, because nobody really want to give you nothing anyway, right? So that's just always been my mind frame. Like, F the world, and I'm gonna go make it on my own.
Clindo
And I'm
said, I like your
yeah.
channel, bro. I retire in May and I'm making plans for Palawan. Yeah, Palawan
Mhm.
is a good place. Terry Fleming said it costs over $1 million to own 7-Eleven franchise in America. I know it's really
Mhm.
expensive. I'm not sure here in the Philippines, but I'm sure it's like maybe more than 3, 4, 5 million. Chentos, Garrett said you can teach and train Chentos. DJ Underground, 7-Eleven is good if you want to be there working all day because starting out, you're definitely going to be there all the time. That's
Mhm.
correct. JNB Natiba Yaman isn't everything, but it's a tool for survival for most people. Dexter, Jay, do you
Yeah.
know a BA by the name of May? She's in the Philippines.
No, I
May.
don't know
Who is May Dexter? Just kidding. I
her.
hire a lot, Mr. Gigi, I hire a lot of cold callers, a virtual assistants, and Microsoft Office specialists from the
I believe
Philippines.
you with that name, Mr. Gigi. Zero money down real estate structures.
Because of your but why are you making it longer now, Mr. Gigi? You're
No
making really
promotion,
hard
case
time.
marketing.
Mr. Gigi, zero money down
You
real
notice,
estate
you notice,
structures.
you notice every time we say his name, we say it like that, right?
No, I read Mr. Gigi now because he allowed me to read him like Mr. Gigi.
No,
I
I
heard a
always
lot.
read the full name, Mr. Gigi Zero Money Down. I was, I read it like that every time.
Next time is like the whole sentence and he's just gonna say hi. Hi, Mr. Gigi, zero money down real estate structure. Hello. That's it.
No, but
It is very so long.
that's the thing. See, people wouldn't see what Mr. Gigi does. He hires people like that, and not everybody is good at that. But
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how I started out on Upwork for working for people like Mr. Gigi Zero Money Down, right? You know what happened?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? I started working for people like Mr. Gigi Zero Money Down,
Real
and they
estate
kept and they
trackers.
and they kept hiring me over and over again. And then after a while, right? This is what happened. I got started like that. I started from the ground up, and then before you know it, I was top rated for working for people like that doing sales.
Mm-hmm.
And I continued to work for people like that, and then I left a lot of people like that. I continued to work for people like that, and I just grinded it, and made my way. I had no way out. That's what brought me to the Philippines, guys. Just grinding like that hard, and I said, "There's no excuses. I had no choice." And Mr. Gigi's knows he can't hire people that make excuses, right, Mr. Gigi? Right?
Yeah.
He already knows. Got somebody making excuses, you gotta let him go. How many people Mr.
Mm-hmm.
G Zero Money Down had to fire? And I seen them. And what happens is they fire all these people and then they come to me. And they land up with me. And they want me to get people for them. That's what happens. Because it gotta be no quit in you. Like as a man, that's natural man thing. You guys know. I'm preaching to the choir. Let me see. Yeah, I think I'll look into teaching. Can you share any
Ernest,
VAs? Yeah.
Ernest said, "Do you file your taxes online or their taxes placed
Oh no, you
directly
gotta
into
do it
your
on your
account?"
own. There's no H and
Mm.
R Block here. There's no H and R Block here. You gotta do it on your own. But you can connect with people online though. Do H and R Block and stuff like that, and they'll happily help you. But no, there's no place like that here. I agree, Jay. Filipinos are definitely good with saving money. Honestly, my wife's credit score is higher than mine now. I believe that, man. Born is good sometimes. Born is good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning to love it. Like when Kay said that to me, like like Kay said,
Yeah,
sh-
naman, baby.
huh?
Again.
What? No, I'm talking about you. What you talking about?
You're talking about the same boring topic.
No, I'm talking about what your friend. Your friend said that.
Ah, okay.
Kay's friend said it, but I kind of felt Kay's friend when Kay's friend said it, because they work in they have their own store. They actually have a sorry store, and all they do all day is just working in the sorry store. Like I would probably want to pull my hair out if that's all I had to do every day all day. Oh man, so I kind of feel her for a friend,
Oh, then
but
she just got married like a year ago, and then she
mhm,
said it's not about boring about life. It's boring like just the two of them together
yeah,
all the time. So that's what she's saying to me. Like, do you feel any boredom when you and Jay only together? Like, we feel that before, like before, but now not anymore. We're married for going to be 6 years now, and we're always together. Or for you not to be bored, you need to do some stuff. Like Jay and I wake up, and then Jay wanna go to the gym right away, do some other stuff, vlog. So
mhm.
we have a busy schedule. The only thing I got bored last time because we're staying home the whole time, and I was so sick, and I'm having menstruation too. Like combine of everything together.
Benjamin Salah recently
Yeah.
relocated to the Philippines from California. Do you have any advice on how I can acquire an online remote job? Benjamin Austin. Uh, what skills do you have? Cause if you, I'll say it again, like how I did it. I grinded. I started out grinding. That's all I know how to do with sales. I just grinded, and I worked for people like Mr. Gigi's, and it took me here. So if you don't mind doing sales, even customer service, look up customer service. Go to places like Upwork. Look up customer service jobs. And people will hire you. If you don't mind making even $10 an hour, you can get hired. Somebody will hire you definitely. You probably can find
Mm-hmm.
somebody to hire you by next week for $10 an hour. You can live in the Philippines with $10 an hour. You can work your way up to $14, $15 an hour in a year. From there, you can work your way up to 20 customer service. And then boom, before you know it, that's how Upwork really works, online working. Within a year, if you started out with 12, with a year from now you can charge 20 now. If somebody will give it to you. you'd be surprised. You have it at 20, you won't get nothing for a week. Then 2 weeks later, somebody hire you at 20. That's how it is. But you got to start out though at like 10, 12, something like that. But try it though,
Mm-hmm.
Benjamin Austin. Go into customer service if you're willing to do it. You got a good internet service. Go on Upwork. Go to places like that. Start applying that for stuff for low rates. Somebody's gonna hire you. Get that one for low rate. Work that for a while, and then continue to move up. That's what happened with me. I had something. I wanted to get back into the flow. I took something for 12, right? I worked that for. I worked 55 hours a week on that, and I worked it for what, a month. I left that. Got something for 20. Boom, like that. Was right back where I need to be. You know. Now I can turn around and leave this. I'm not gonna leave it, but I can leave this too, and get something for 40. Guys, I'm sure if I put my rate to 40, somebody's gonna hire me for 40, $50 an hour. That's just how it is. I have the longevity. So you got to build it up. Once you build it up, you can make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Every Filipino is
So
like that in PH. No changes. Yeah, they drink to make them feel good. That's true. That's what I used to do, guys. I used to drink. I used to be so bored. K, when I used to get drunk every night, K, I was bored.
mm-hmm.
I was bored, and I realized that I didn't need to be bored anymore. I didn't care. I said, man, I don't care about this being bored. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just gonna be a bored man. Oh well.
And
Preply, yeah,
Jay,
try
the only
Preply.
good thing, he stopped drinking, and he stopped snoring, guys. I was waking up some suddenly in the morning like, oh my gosh, he snores so loud, but not
Mhm.
anymore. So that's one good thing too of that. And
Yeah.
congratulations, guys, because Jay is going to be 1 year, no smoke, no cigarette, and no
Yeah.
alcohol.
It's going on 1 year in
Wow.
February. It's
Going
been a
no,
year.
it's going to be by next week. By next week, guys.
I never thought I'd make it. Seriously.
This is the first time, right?
Yeah,
One
yeah,
year,
never,
no drink, no
never went a
smoke.
year. Even when I gave my life to God, I didn't go a year. I did it just
Mm-hmm.
now, and I realized I wasn't really giving my life to God.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, I realized I never did. I never realized. I said, man, I said I never gave my life, because I would have been quit drinking and smoking. I said,
Mm-hmm.
wow, I just now did it here, but
And
it's
it's one
just,
year, guys.
yeah. Mhm.
Congratulations, baby.
I'm 29. I'll manage working at night. I'll be laying in the hammock, and the next day, you get used to it, Chentos. You get used to it, because even Kay works at night too. Kay's up all night. Kay, I don't know why Kay does it, but she does it.
No, I
I
feel like I think you're
What do you
happy
feel
when
like?
you see me at night. Just kidding.
No, I am sometimes. I am sometimes. I'll be watching something, because guys, look, but like here, this is my setup, right? I got here. I'm here. My TV's right there, right? So a lot of times I'll be right here. The TV's right there. Kay's right here next to me. So I get to look
Sleeping.
there. Only thing is, a lot of times she's sleeping, and I'm like, babe, you can't be sleeping here in front of me. You got to be upstairs. Cause I remember, I swear, like it was the other night, she was there sleeping, and she started.
I
I started getting
did.
sleepy. Yeah, you
I was
snoring.
snoring.
I'm sitting there like, she making
Yeah,
me
I was
tired.
sick. I was sick too,
She
guys.
she was sick. I'm like, Kay, go upstairs. You snoring.
I
Like
didn't know
people
I'm
hear you on the
snoring.
phone. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Actually,
But
guys,
no, Chintos, you can manage. Uh huh.
the whole time is I'm awake with Jay. I'm editing his blog. I'm editing my blog. But that this week I was so sick, so it's like I'm feeling so sleepy all the time. So, but I still want to stay there. So I want to be like Jay and I wake up at the same time. Terry Fleming said, I don't have to work anymore and I want super hardship of money or money worries, depression and
Yeah,
disappointment with America is the driving force for me. I love America but I can't stay.
I hear you, man.
Jasmed said, what time is there now? Jasmed is
Right now
actually
it's
2:29 a.m.
2:29 a.m. When March hits, the time's gonna go back to you guys' time. It'll be 1:29. Actually, you guys will be at the right time, back to 2:29, and it'll be. Well, I'm used to it though. Like I told you guys, after this, I'm not going to sleep. Kay, you tired? I'm tired, but I'm gonna stay up.
Not really, but I need to edit some videos.
See,
A
we're
little
gonna.
bit. Yeah.
We gotta get right back on it, guys. We gotta get right to it.
Mm-hmm. I have a bunch of video for my channel, and even J and K, we have a bunch of video. When we're sick, I cannot edit the whole week, guys. I cannot concentrate in editing. It's different. Like you cannot just make it just like that. Ernest said, "While you're sleeping, Jay is hustling."
Mm-hmm.
Totally get it. Garrett, entrepreneurs are the only people in the world to work 70 hours or more a week to not have to work 40 hours a week working 9 to 5 for other people dreams to come true.
Mm-hmm.
Hi Chocolate Dream, please contact me if you're looking for a job. Who's Chocolate Dreams? Hi, you got that rising desk from Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
Robert White said planning don't cost nothing but time. Are you following me? I'm in No More Snow channel live. We are good, Professor. Alright, they're talking to each
Yeah,
other.
no, I see.
You seeing Chocolate Dream said, thank you, Pilhind. I
Yeah,
arrived
I
in the
seen it.
Philippines last night. I plan to start a business here in the Philippines, but the COVID restrictions have delayed in my progress. How may I contact you? Okay. All right. I'm gonna. Yeah, you can go from there, babe.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Gonna read
love is a
the.
precious thing.
Mhm.
There is no talks of divorce in PH because the Filipino will never let you go out of her hand if you treat her like a queen. No, it's true. It's true. And I learned that Filipinos were like that. Um, through K, because not all Filipinos are like that, but most of them are like that. Most Filipinos, they're just gonna love you unconditionally and never let you go. They're gonna take care of you and make you feel like a baby just off doing it. Not even I want to make my man feel like that, but yeah, they will think I want to make my man feel special, and
Mm-hmm.
just a natural thing. Like Kate don't even have to try it. I don't have to ask her. She just does it, and it's just natural. But yeah, guys, with all that being said,
Oh, I'm
I've
gonna read
embraced.
the members. Are you done? You're gonna
Yeah,
go
I'm about
down
to
with your
wrap it
life.
up. Yeah.
Okay, guys, shout out to all the members. Thank you for being a members continuously. We have Jay Brown, KD Experience, that's me. The Wallace Life Hybrid Pinoy. Ah, wait, sorry. I start from the beginning. Far From Home, Game Zone Turbo, Cecilia Salamat, Maria Josefina Coloma, Mark A. Jackson, Robert White, Gomer171, Traveling Mexican, Anthony Powell, Nate Cali, Simon T., Simply Rocco, Lee A. Robinson, Joseph Matthews, Harold Jackson, Chessie, Journey with Dabo Jack, retired 2019. It's Tim, Link 111, Edward Lodat, Dexter Perkins, Incon 3037, Godly Sagum, Travis Claw, Will Tata, Jack Hobson, Monroe Smith, Jack Hobson, Henry Mann, the Professor, Jay Brown, The Wallace Life, Hybrid Pinoy, Pinay Forever, Lamont Taylor, Mr. Afrotroop TV, Cliff and Rue, E.C. Hernandez, Douglas DeSico, Exotic Filipina, Kaylo, Charles Sakana, Tony Anderson is here too. Ken Leave, Life as a Human, Jojo, Morris Howard, K. Dallas, John Thomas, Big 17917, Leo Williams, Craig McCoy, Clifton Palmer, Gonza 660, and the J Maverick Show. Thank you for being a member, guys, and
Mhm.
for being here too for all the members and the moderators.
Yes, yes. And thank you all for joining. I was happy to talk about that today. Everything I talked about. You know, it's just a lot of you guys. It's not hard. It's not hard to be here. It's just if you're gonna work, you can be here and work. You can be here and not work. A lot of you guys are coming here to retire. You can come that way, or you can work, or you can make it on your own. But make it on your own and have your own business. You have to be disciplined. You got to be extremely
Mm-hmm.
disciplined. So like me, a lot of times, what I would do is I would do working for people and also doing my own thing at the same time. That's how I made it happen. But still, however you're gonna make it happen, pretty soon you may be forced to make it happen. So yeah,
Nice to
definitely trying to
Pinay
make some
forever.
decisions now. Panay Forever
Mm-hmm.
is here. Hey,
Yeah,
Panay
she's
Forever.
here. Mm-hmm.
See you next week. See everybody next week. Mike Little Travel. Jay Maverick. Good morning. You late, brother? But good morning.
You're
Tony
late
Anderson. You're
reading it
late.
too. You're
Yeah.
late reading it.
I've got to call my shrink all this work talk. Exactly. Attack. No, I hear you.
Who said that?
And a 10 is good in the Philippines because most people get paid by the day over there. No, it's true. It's true. Most people do get paid by the day, so that 10 an hour, you be living like a king here. So for some people, like for some of you guys that are really, I said that for the guys that, like, man, I want to make this move, and they may feel under pressure. Maybe time to start looking at going low to go high. Huh? What happened?
No, no, I'm talking to Pinay forever. Who are
Yeah,
you
yeah,
talking? I said miss you.
yeah, yeah. So other than that, guys, thank you guys for joining. See you again next week. Next the live streams are gonna start being. I have to start changing it up. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, we're gonna make it interactive though. It has to be more
Yeah.
interactive than it is now. But yeah, thanks guys for joining. See you again during the week. You'll see the regular videos. Peace out.
Wait, okay, do you have something to say?
Okay, do you have something to say?
Yeah, I do, I do.
What do you have to say?
I just gonna answer the question of Robert White here. Could they work two of the same type of jobs at the same time? Yes, you can. It depends on you. You just need to manage your time. If you
Mm-hmm.
can. But if you're working in Upwork, you cannot work.
Upwork, you can't. Yeah, see,
You cannot
Upwork is
log
very.
in.
This is what you have to do with Upwork, right? With Upwork, um, you can work uh, 1,000 jobs at the same time if they're not
Thousand
hourly.
job or
No, if they're not hourly. If they're not hourly,
mm-hmm.
like you can do the jobs at the same time. Doesn't matter if it's not hourly. But if you have hourly, you can't work another job and work another job.
Yeah.
So you can have a job not be hourly. It would be like some sort of fixed rate. But you still would be clocking the hours. It's weird, guys. But that's what guys usually do at the IT. So say if you're doing that work and you're IT guy, you would take it more like a fixed rate contract. So you can work that contract, work another one, and you can work 5, 6 contracts at the same time. If you
And
take it hourly, you can't do that.
and also be careful on the scammer. There's a lot of scammer right now. When Jay go
Tons
back
of
to work
scammers.
again last year,
They all
there's a
came
bunch
out.
of scammer. Just be careful, guys, because if it's too good to be true, it's really a scam.
Yeah, it's a scam.
It's too
Yeah,
good to be true. Like you just gotta type something and then they gotta pay you for $20.
yeah, it made no
It's
sense.
too good to be. Make sure also that they already have a previous client in the past. They spent like 1,000, 2,000, $200,000 in the past, and
Mhm.
payment verified. That's the way to go. Make sure that's payment verified. So
Yeah, but
anyway, last word from Kay. Wow, I want to say thank you guys for joining again. For the super chat, thank you also Dexter, and for the members who's here who interact with us and answer our other guest. Moderator, thank you so much, and thank you again, and see you again next week, guys. We love
all right.
answering your question, but hopefully this year we'll head back to Davao City and Manila. Oh wow, that's from the Wallace life.
Other
We're
than that,
coming to
guys, peace out.
Manila soon. Bye, guys.